Hello. Welcome back. How's it going? I had some run around because I had everything prepared, everything good to go. And then my whole computer crashed. The entire computer crashed. Hasn't happened in quite some time. But it's all good now. Everything's fine. This is fine. How's everybody doing? I'm here to continue working on this build. This truck build. I got the cab done pretty much yesterday, and now I need to work on the box. I still don't know the name of what type of vehicle this is in real life, but I did grab this from my archives. This is just a dump truck, but imagine something like this, but taller. Imagine a world like a lot taller, and then with a cover over the top. So I grabbed this to potentially get pieces from it if I need to, but now that I look at it, I don't think those are the right pieces. I don't think those are the right pieces at all. Yeah, 8x8. Welcome back, Austin, Bethbot, Upstate Dad, Makiart, Gamalamed, Brooks Bricks, Heroic Sociopath. How's it going? How's y'all's day thus far? See, I want to have some texture. That's the next thing that I need to decide here. Oh, this is good. This is excellent. I had gone back and forth a couple times on width, whether I wanted to do it this exact width here, or basically 4 studs between the tires, or have the entire thing be entirely 6 studs wide, which would require narrowing it down a little bit. And then I ended up going with this so that I could fit these fenders well. And now I realize that I can get a little extra something out of this by going 7 wide for the bed, or the cargo carrying area, or thereabouts. A little bit more than 6 studs, but not 8. That's gonna help a lot. That's gonna make this look more interesting, have a little bit more character. Having it not just be completely smooth back from the cab. So that's what I'm gonna do. Maths went well yesterday. Good. Whew. One load off onto a different assignment. All right. Welcome, Zenora. Nocturne. Payday tomorrow. Gonna get some Lego. Nice. Built a shrimp store. Excellent. One of the I think I'd say one of the better builds from Hidden Side. One of the more somewhat realistic but characterful. I don't know, just something out of all of them that would be one that I would be willing to put into my city with minimum or with the least modifications to it. I was that happy with its overall look and its balance between realism and fantasy. Becca Bubbles, how's it going? Pirates of Barracuda Bay will retire this year, do I think? Debating on getting that now or waiting and getting the Creator roller coaster. Oh. Getting the Creator roller coaster, the full-sized one? Is that what you're talking about? Because I will never vote against Barracuda Bay, ever. Barracuda Bay is an all-time classic, is an all-time great. The big one. Yes, I do recycle set boxes as quickly as possible, so they don't take up a ton of space. Roller coaster, let's see, does it have a retire on date? According to Brickset, the roller coaster is retiring on at the end of this year, at the very end of this year, according to Brickset. I tend to believe that. That seems right. It came out in 2018. That feels right. So you've got a little bit of time, back. But don't wait too long, I would say. Worried about Barracuda Bay. It has been out for a little while, but I mean, technically it came out in 2020. Oh, wow. So Brickset is saying that retires also at the end of this year. Holy heck, that is unexpected. That's because it's an idea set. That changes the game. So they're both retiring at the end of this year. Roller coaster costs almost twice as much. Let's see, in the UK, it's cheaper in the UK than usual. It's 200 pounds to 200 pounds compared to 180 pounds? Because in the US, the roller coaster is $380 compared to $200 for Barracuda Bay. So we get a much worse deal on the roller coaster. In the US, it's much more important that you get the roller coaster, because starting from a higher price, it's only going to scale at a greater rate. But for you guys, it's a toss-up. You kind of need both. If you want both, you need to get both, since they're both retiring. That's a tough one. Energetic, welcome back. Got Barracuda Bay a couple weeks ago. Congrats. Would have thought Barracuda Bay would have been popular enough to keep it around for several years at least. Yeah. It's so loved. I mean, Lego knows what their sales rates are like. And I know that idea stuff is not intended to stay on shelves as long as some of the other themes. Why is this not working? Oh. But literally just came out last year. And it's one of the best that they've ever done. Barracuda Bay! It's doing cranky bricks. Hope we can get a Barracuda Bay. Had to make a call on the last set we got. Collecting a fairground. Ooh, Fairground City for a future city. Got the coaster. Yep. Only so many pages to go around. Yeah. Tough decisions. Slug Biker, how's it going? Welcome back. Saturn V stuck around for a while and then reappeared. Yes. Played this out of the. Where you played the game? Oh no. Have you been slacking off from it? Because I mean, you and I both know quite well there was a time when you had your current playing game listed on Discord, public on Discord, or semi-public, visible to others, and there was a lot of Genshin going on. There was a lot of it. Lentil soup today. Relaxing now. That does sound very relaxing. Sip it out of a shallow bowl like Grogu. When I was growing up, my mom always made lentil soup kind of thick. It was almost like a stew. It wasn't until I was an adult. I don't remember what the restaurant was where I had my first outside of house lentil soup. Yeah, I don't remember, but it was. Ah, you thought it was the Valheim one. Yeah. Yeah, I've updated. Do you watch any cartoons like Spider-Man or anything? Does What If count? I've recently been trying to catch up with some Japanese mech stuff as well, so I've been trying to catch up a little bit with some Mobile Suit Gundam, some Evangelion. Anyway, how are the mocks? The truck, the other truck, the previous truck, was completed late last week or so. So I did a short little video about it on the City channel. It took longer. It took longer than expected. But I'm decently happy with how it turned out. I might want to change the front end of it, just the center of the nose at some point. I can't figure out exactly what I want to do with it, but the rest of it looks weird in a good way. And now I'm doing another truck because you know how in the harbor area, I've got the crane that's trying to offload some bulk studs from the green ship. It needs to offload it somewhere. So this is going to be that somewhere. Even if you double your estimate, right? So this is going to be like an open top, a gondola carrier. I just got the cab done yesterday. So that was decent progress to get the cab done in one day, but I need to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. I decided I want to do it 7 wide back here. It's going to be a big box, so it really doesn't need to be too special, but I do want to have. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have a like hydraulic rams in it, but I do want to have an unloading feature of some sort. I've been debating on whether I want to have hydraulic rams that actually work up, but at least being able to tip it or open it at some point would definitely be good. And I do want to integrate that to begin with. And then, depending upon the length of this, I probably want to add a trailer as well, so that you can carry or pull twice as much. This windshield, I don't remember exactly where this windshield came from. I want to say it came from an agent set. It's dual molded. It's 2 plastics together. You cannot remove the window portions. I want to say agents. I want to say it was a 6 wide like SUV. It's not particularly new. First half takes 90%. Yeah. Happen to have the yellow truck. I don't have it super nearby. But I can go run and get it. Oh no. Why? That doesn't make sense. Why did that? Wow. I do want to run and get it. I should have it available. Why did that say it doesn't? There it is right there. Okay. Let me not make that black screen again, just in case it's still there. One of my cameras is just deciding it doesn't want to play right now. But
don't do that.
Right? Exactly what it said. You know what you should do, Jang? You should enjoy being creative and let your creative juices flow. Ostrowski, welcome back. 117 Legion, thank you. Just giving this thing a second to cool down and come back. Yeah, I had a total system blue screen of death, like a complete and utter crash. That was very disturbing. Let's see if I can get this to, there's the source. See if I can get this to wake back up. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. All right, at least I recovered. Thoughts about combining Star Wars, Imperial, and Hydra stuff. Think they would go together well? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think that Hydra stuff in general could almost be like a wing, like an evil miniature empire that the actual empire, an existing one, a little cabal of planets under one control that the system then took, the empire kind of took control of. So they would have some of their own stuff, some of their own style, but then they would integrate and they would be working together.
Hello there.
I think that would make sense. Ghost, welcome back. Paper Zero, welcome back. I'm going to right now go and run and get that yellow truck because that's a good idea. I should have that around, and it's very convenient for me to get. So don't worry about it. It'll take like 20 seconds, maybe. Let's see. Time me. Huzzah! Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Oh yeah, that's right. Yesterday, that was the other thing that slowed me down yesterday, was making a bunch of extra containers. What I like most about, the two things that I like most about this, three things that I like most about this are, one, the hood is different. It's weird. Just has more shape than it needs. Two, I was able to use one of the old chrome coated muffler pieces. I wasn't going to. I wanted to do something custom, but then I put that up next to it and I was like, this has to be here. This has to be here. And then I also like the general back section with the shiny stickers that I put on the mud flaps for a little bit of 80s-ishness. Gives a little extra character and also a little bit of detail for the airbags and their supports for the suspension back there. I definitely prefer the rear quarter looks of this. Yeah, shiny. But what I don't like is the center here. Now, I don't want it to just be the most straightforward, normal, realistic looking thing with a big grill. But I tried so many different things at the front, and this is where I ended up, or was most comfortable, but I'm now not entirely happy with it because it's so flat there. I'd like to get a little bit more shape into it somehow, but without changing things too much. So at some point in the future, I will tweak this a little bit, a little bit. But the other thing that I did yesterday that slowed me down a little bit in a good way was just some production work. Making some more regular containers. These are the simplest builds, the most basic, but they fit my system that works with my ships. It works with my offloading gantry crane, ship-to-shore crane, work with my trains, and work with my truck trailers. Making bacon containers. So I've got, this is the most of these. One of them was a prototype, was already there. So I made 5 yesterday. That's the most I've ever made in one sitting or one batch. So that's good because I had plenty of spaces for them. And some of these I'll start putting some small stickers on to try to make them look like they're graffitied up a little bit or just a little bit more detailed so that, it's just a little bit less plain than that. And to have some variety. Some of them should be plain and look kind of clean, but some of them should look a little bit, I don't know, dirty or used or something. Something. Ever get around to decide doing a comparison between the old and new elephant? I have not. I need to ship out one of my elephants. Speaking of, have I gotten any teal container panels yet? No. So I need to do that. Period. I need to do that. Rust stickers from the Ecto one. Never used them on yours. Yeah, I'm not keeping the Ecto one. That is a good idea though. Like buying an extra one of those sticker sheets just for the rust stuff. Those are relatively large stickers though. I would need some smaller ones. It would fit in some ways, but not everywhere. Today was a good day for Lego collecting. Oh, go on. Is this printed? It is not. That's stickered. Okay. I need to figure out what kind of texture that I want for the outside of this and how I will accomplish that. It should look corrugated to some degree. Huh. I don't know why I was thinking about these, but there is a possibility that this could actually work. Does my ethic permit cutting up stickers? I would rather not. I would rather not cut up stickers. I'm not 100% vehemently opposed to it, but
hello there.
I would prefer to not do that. Bad Bradley the Lurker, welcome back. Let me see if these... There are down versions of these, aren't there? Or are there not? I'll have to go with dark. That's not good. Or the tall one. I don't know if the 2x. Oh, this isn't gonna fit. I would have to have them angled towards one another. These really need to be facing in the same direction. It needs to be like this, which means that there needs to be a gap in between. Let's see what the math is. I'm not good at memorizing the Lego math. I tend to have to look at it to remind myself. I think Jenks finished school. All right on CT Davis, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Went to Walmart, found another 4 Marvel CMF that you needed. Good. You have 10 of 12. Excellent. Just need Bricklink the last 2. There you go. That made it relatively easy. Need to sort my Lego and get things organized. Just don't know how and where to start. If you're my one small recommendation for that would be if you're really stuck, then just start doing something. Just start separating things out by color, maybe, because that's pretty universal. Or separate out just basic bricks and then go from there. It might kind of jar your system and get you moving in a productive direction. Local Walmart is horrible for carrying anything. Mine are pretty bad too. I hear of so many people like, why don't you just go to Walmart and just get all the stuff? And it's all discounted too. I'm like, what Walmart do you guys have? Because I'm not familiar with any of what you're saying right now. Local Walmart never has anything good in stock. Okay. Especially when it comes to newer releases, it always ends up being faster to order online. That's been my experience. Truck's looking good. Thank you. Glad you're taking time to make your own creations. Thank you. Me too. Target is awful. See, I've had great luck with Target. So maybe it balances out like that. 75-gallon bins, completely full. Yep. And a 60 that's half full. Gallon or quart? Everything I've ever had since the 80s. 75-gallon or quart? Don't shop at Walmart stores. Bought a few from their website. 20 to 25% off. Yeah. Thank goodness they've started to have discounts again for Lego in the States. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It's finally happening again. Okay, so this is the spacing that's going to work for me if I'm going to use these pieces in here. That's the spacing that I need to make this happening. Watching one of your old Aquazone Aqua Raiders reviews, wondering if Lego still makes the hinges. They don't. Nope. They discontinued those a long time ago. So it's all Bricklink for those. Sadly. Some of the coolest pieces. One of the coolest systems of pieces, too. So I'm assuming this would work from underneath as well. Some of them would break relatively easy, I know that. Some of the pieces, but no, some of them were. There are a lot of broken, the 2-fingered ones. No, the 3-fingered ones. Oftentimes one of the outer fingers would break. Let me make sure I have enough of these panels to start with to make a thing before I commit to trying to do all the Lego maths. It looks like I have enough here though. Because with this, with the fact that I can get some, or that I need to get some vertical tile or plate space in there, it means that I should be able to get some texture out of this that I want. I will probably just run this short and go 3. I'll start with 3 per side, and then take it from there. Better to go shorter than expected than longer for this, because space is limited, always limited. Yeah, that's the starting point for sure. Still cool pieces, just gotta order a few extra if you plan on using them. It's Ken, welcome. Remember a few of the 3-finger ones breaking in my 80s, 90s Lego period. Strong correlation between broken parts and parts that they don't make anymore, huh? Gallon. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. And I can tell you right now, Upstate Dad, no matter how efficient of a system you come up with for sorting, that's going to take a long time. You just have to accept that and fight against the feeling that, oh my goodness, I'm never going to be done with this. It's just going to be a long process. Translucence in general will cripple over time. Sorting is fun. For some, not for all. Really interesting spacing. Use the Schwartz. Use the sorts. May the shorts be with you. Traumatic anniversary. Oh, a trauma anniversary. I see. A few days ago, didn't feel up to. Yeah. No problem, and I'm sorry for the trauma. Sorry for the anniversary, and hope you're doing everything that you need and getting the support that you need from folks around you to let you go through whatever process you need, you know, to heal or whatnot. And it's good to have you back. But if you need to step away at any point, I will not be insulted one bit. Only collected for 2 years, don't have that much either. Yet. Tried to use smaller bins to scoop and sort, so it doesn't seem as much. I gave up after making little progress in 6 hours. Exchange sets with coworkers. Unfortunate side effect of putting up a mental block for starting mocks. I don't want to deorganize anything. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm very fortunate to have a great support network. Good. Thank goodness. Glad to hear. Excellent. Good. Good. Last year found the Bane Big Fig about the same as it costs. So I'm curious. If I could do. If I should do studs on 2 sides there, or if I can do it. I think studs on 2 sides. Do you, when you're building with fairly normal parts, do you not have or run out of a part you need much? I run out of parts that I need all the time, energetic. This part collection behind me, which extends all the way around the corner and way down that way is completely and utterly and hopelessly insufficient for mock work. I never have all the pieces that I need. I always have to make every single time, even on pretty small, simple things. I have to make design compromises based on part shortages. The reality of custom building with Lego is not as rosy as you might expect, or looking at completed mock videos would lead you to believe, you know? With any major project, I have to make massive and often multiple bricklink orders. Hopefully I have enough of those corner ones. In gray. I probably have a ton of them in tan, but gray is going to be a little bit difficult. Gray would be ideal, but I might just have to make this a little bit weak, because I don't think there's enough clearance for this stud, is there? Is there just enough clearance? There might be. In a pinch, I might be able to use the studs on all side pieces. But wow. I don't think I'm going to have enough for that technique of the corner ones with studs on two sides. For me, it's half the fun solving the problem. Using what I've got depends on what you're trying to achieve. Yeah. I need to get as many of these out as I can. But the fact that I saw 2 already, it suggests to me that I have ordered those before, which means they shouldn't be too rare. But we're off to a good start. Could be a limitation. Shortage can lead to ingenuity. Absolutely, it always does. Unless I want something to look a specific way. If I have something in mind and I want it to be a certain color scheme, and then I run out of pieces that I need in that color, I may not want to compromise and either change the design or change the color scheme to match, you know? The biggest misconception about mock building, though, is that a truly skilled mock builder can make anything from anything. That is a lie. A lot of people through the years have been like, well, Jang, if you were actually good, you'd be able to just pick up a random 2 handfuls of parts from an unsorted bin and make a beautiful locomotive from it. Or a house, a minifig scale house with all the basic amenities. Or a giraffe. You know? And nothing could be farther from the truth. I think I'm going to be okay on these pieces after all. Boo, LBG is boring. That's what it's about, because the creative process becomes even more creative. It's the more restrictions you put on yourself, the more clever you have to be. The more you have to think, the more difficult it becomes, put it that way. It's kind of like if you want maximum difficulty in assembling a Lego set per the instructions, just open all the bags. There you go, added more difficulty. I personally have a heck of a lot of work to do, and never enough time to do it. So I personally do not need that additional challenge. The ideal state for me is to have all the parts that I need and to be able to just build. Because I have a very large city room that has a lot of open spaces that need to be filled up. And have needed to be filled up for years, you know. Back in my day, you could make anything out of basic 2x4 bricks. None of these newfangled specialized parts like windows and wheel axles and three-fingered hinges and stuff. We didn't have any of those in the 80s. Would I consider myself an artist, hobbyist, something else? No, I don't put a label on it. I consider myself not particularly good. Beyond that, I don't really care about labels. I just want to do it, you know, and enjoy it and try to get better over time. I know a guy I hadn't looked at Lego since the 70s who's put it back at how it is today. Often you'll have one less than what you need and 40 too much of a part you don't even want. And Go by Boat, didn't see you come in. Hi. And Bad Bradley, sorry I didn't miss. That was a lot of chat that went by quickly. But Bad Bradley, if you're still lurking by any chance, enjoy your dinner. If Subway workers call themselves sandwich artists, that's a really low bar. Made a mistake of using computer programs for mock design. When it comes time to buy and build, either a random part isn't available in the color you want. Yeah, you got to use the features that will lock you out of using colors that aren't available. Or a random piece makes it prohibitively expensive to order the piece I need. Yep. Spud Hill Farm, welcome back. How's it going? Gonna buy the Winnie the Pooh set. Good. You should. I strongly support that. It is a deeply, genuinely good set. Just plain good. Okay, next. Trying to figure out a kind of a system, kind of a pattern here. This almost feels like it needs to be turned upside down, but I might figure out something for that. These can be tiled across the top. I guess I can try continuing with the dark blue in here. For now, until I realize I don't have enough pieces. But for now, I think I can continue this. I'm still building a truck. Just a truck. Anyway, ask Bricklink to search for one of several variations. I'm not familiar with such a feature myself. Yeah, so for anybody that's just joined, I'm still working on this truck from yesterday, and I'm working on the cargo bin for it. Open top box gondola thing. So this works. Inside, not so much. The inside's probably going to be ugly, and I'm just going to have to live with that. Because I care a lot more about the outside. Now you get to see. Right on. General Tab, how's it going? Continue with the 1x6s. Should get a few more of those out. Then I need to figure out how I'm going to do the centers. This is just an industrial type of thing. Does not need to be super colorful. Matter of fact, for me, it should not be super colorful and artful looking. It should be functional looking. Saw the video on the under part of the city. Nice. Thank you. I think you're too kind on that. I don't think it looks great under there myself. It needs love. Gotta get back some graphics works. Yeah, for Chill Mock streams. Thank you very much, and get good work done and enjoy. All your favorite bits are under the table. Huh. That's different. The parts under the table for me are a little extra daunting because there's so much that needs to be done. Does this... Can I... What about... It's like a whole world of extra projects underneath there. The Undersea, the Dinos, the Cyber City. All fun stuff. All fun stuff for sure. I can. No. I don't want to. Lacking Rock Raiders? Nah. I'm personally not a fan of Rock Raiders. I have nothing against anybody who liked them, but it's just... I personally don't light up when I see Rock Raiders stuff. At least he keeps the hobby going, never gets old. Yeah, I personally just, I have too many projects. I'm continually cutting back. This year, like for instance, Room 117 is probably dead. And I'll probably not cover Mega Construct stuff at all anymore. And even the Kobe stuff, I've got more Kobe sets that I want to build, but I've also moved some to the will not build area. We just need to cut back. Nocturne was talking about for Rock Raiders. That was the original one, the old one with the one-piece rock monster in brown. Power Miners was the one with lots of lime green for Amish Ace, and the different colored translucent rock monsters of different sizes. Lime green and orange. Try just this.
I'm back.
I'll come back to you right on. Welcome back, Bad Bradley. I'm not opposed to that texture right there. It's a little bit smooth, but there's something to it. And I can fill this in part way. This is interesting. I could fill it in either way. I could fill it in from the side or from underneath. I'm going to go from underneath though, because I think I can smooth it that way a little bit better. Looks corrugated enough. Oh, a couple Rock Raiders set. Oh, the monster didn't really do much for me, huh? Had pizza for dinner, all right. Yeah, it's going that way versus going this way. Although, now that I say that, this, this could help to balance the gray line, the vertical gray line here. If I do it this way. Let me try it that way. I could put a second one in if I want to. I think I'll just do it like that. Not what I expected, but I think it's the better choice. Rock Raider is a huge part of my childhood. Had about half the sets a few years ago. Managed to collect the rest. Congrats. So you have a something complete collection. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not terrible. You need to figure out how to end it. Come down the corner. Well, let's see what that length looks like now. Ha! Hello. Oh, love it when a plan comes together. Although this is better than I planned.
I will upvote that.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
I need to figure out what I'm going to do on the underside, because I need some way for this to offload as well. I can make it a side offloader also. That could be interesting. I could make it just a basic tipper. I can make it a side panel unloader. I can make it a side tipper. Hey, Ron, what's going on? Progress is going on over here. Little bits of progress, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I feel like I want to do a side tipping thing here. It's probably not a good idea. From a physics perspective, it's probably not a good idea. Have them use their hands.
Oh,
what if I did a side tipper with a side flap? Like the whole thing does like that.
Use your hand.
That would make more sense.
Use your hand. Use your hand.
I don't know what that is, Spudhill. I'm too much of a pleb. I need help.
Hello there.
I like that idea, but just maybe just a basic tip. Basic tipping is
Hello there.
what I should just kind of settle on. As easy as that might be. Hey, Muted Star. Welcome. In the huge facilities that lift the entire truck to dump. Yep. Just basic tipping would be fine. That's the only problem is it's just fine. It makes perfect sense. Truck that comes to the farm and slaughters an animal, then puts the carcass in a reefer compartment and takes it to the butcher. Okay. Not familiar with them. The more you know. And then all the city folk are like, no! The animals! I felt a little bit of too. But I do like my hamburgers, so. Just fine isn't ever fun, interesting, nice, or exciting, but sometimes it's better than seeking perfection and never getting anything done. Sometimes settling is the best way. Have that red blue tipper truck 76. Yep, I have it too. Should it go this way? No, I think it should go this way. Good enough for government work. Yeah, because the thing is, in order to do what I was just thinking, like the amount of mechanism required for that is just gonna overcomplicate the heck out of this, and it'll end up with the box being elevated quite a bit in order to have all the clearance needed underneath, and it'll